Good evening to everybody, to the aspirants of the PGLCET 2022 conducted by the Osmani University. Welcome, Karibustana, to my online class. Yes, read what I posted on the screen. Anyone can read and what I posted on the screen. Anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen. Parshuram, Rudra Venkat, read what I posted on the screen. Okay, I think there is a problem. It seems that's why you could not in a position to read it. Okay, that what I posted on the screen is, and I made a good into the aspirants of the PGLCET 2022, the MCQ multiple choice questions, source of Indian Constitution. Of course, I wrote my name, the Bennett Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb Hussain. Yes, without wasting the time, let me go directly to the my point of study, yes, which I put it over here. Okay, now could you see the screen? At least, could you see the screen? At least unmute and give me the answer. I enlarged it also, I magnified it also, so that it could be visible to you. Rudra Venkat. Okay, now 47th question. The 47th question is, the constitutional legitimacy to the village panchayat is provided by the dash. And A, 71st Amendment, B, 73rd Amendment, C, 72nd Amendment, and D, 75th Amendment. Which amendment it is there? Participants, unmute and give me the answer. Anyone can shoot it. There is no negative marks. The constitutional legitimacy to the village panchayat is provided by the dash. The B is the right answer. That is 73rd Amendment. It is made provided over there. Yes, next question. 48th question. The Indian Constitution has feature of A, federal form of government, B, unitary form of government, C, both federal and unitary form of government, and D, none of the above. Which one is the right answer? 48th question. The Indian Constitution has a feature of A, federal form of government, B, unitary form of government, C, both federal and unitary form of government, D, none of the above. Participant, shoot, there is no native
A.
max.
Option A, sir.
Wrong. Second option. See, I have shown the 4 options here.
C, both.
C, sir. C, sir.
C is the right answer. Both federal and unitary form of government
C.
is the right answer for the 48th question. That is, the Indian Constitution has a feature of both federal and unitary form of government. Okay, can anyone unmute and read 49th question?
India has dash independent judiciary, authoritative judiciary, and D, secular judiciary.
Which one is the right answer?
Independent judiciary, sir.
It is independent judiciary is the right answer for the 49th question. The India has independent judiciary. That is the statement. Next, 50th question. Anyone can unmute and read?
The deprivation of personal liberty must not be arbitrary, unfair, or unreasonable. Was held in the case of Monica Gandhi versus Union of India. B, Indra
Sahani and others versus Union of India.
And Sonia, what is this? Orissa and Orissa versus Union of India.
Orissa.
A.K. Gopalan and State of Madras. D. Nargesh Mirza versus Air India.
Shoot, even though wrong answer doesn't matter. You don't lose the
C.
marks.
Sir, C, sir. Actually, option C. Gopalan versus State of Madras.
The answer is Menaka Gandhi versus Union of India. There, the deprivation of personal liberty must not be arbitrary, unfair, unreasonable was held, but the due process of law should be followed over there. So that is because her passport was impounded. So that is why she filed a case. A due process of law should be followed. That was the case law. The 51 question, which is odd man out among four, means three are belongs to one, only one is not belongs to that category. That is called odd man out. All three follow the Article 21, but not one case law which are stated below. Three cases follow the Article 21 and it deals about the Article 21, but one case law will not deal about the Article 21. What was the case law? Number one, Menaka Gandhi versus Union of India. Number two, B, Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration. Number C, Narges Mirza versus Air India. D, Bachan Singh versus State of Punjab. Punjab, B should be here. Which is the right answer? The three belongs to the Article 21, but one does not belong. Shoot, even though it is wrong, doesn't matter.
B, sir.
Repeat.
Option B, sir.
Don't say like that. Option D, Bachan Singh versus State of Punjab. Wrong. A, Menaka Gandhi versus Union of India, that deals about the Article 21 because due process of law should be there, no arbitrary. B, Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration, this is also deals about the Article 21. And Bachan Singh versus State of Punjab. Yes, whenever a person is arrested over there, it should not be arbitrary. The due process law would be followed. And Narges Mirza versus Air India, it is a different case law. It does not belong to Article 21. Okay, now let us see the 52nd question. The Supreme Court ruling has attracted opprobrium for being retrograde and discriminatory. It disagrees with and overrules a Bombay High Court decision that relatives to their male counterpart at 58, the retirement age of air hostess at 50 is a sexist, is decided in the case of Dash. Number A, Shreya Singhal versus Union of India. B, S. Khushbu versus Kannimalal and others. C, Nargesh Mirza versus Air India. D, Ramesh Thapar versus State of Madras. Shoot, even though it is wrong.
Sir, option A, sir. Shreya Singhal versus Union of India.
No.
Nargesh Mirza, sir.
Narges Mirza versus Air India, because Narges Mirza is an air hostess, and where the male is going to be retired at the 58 and the female at the 50. And they said, why there is a discrimination between the 58 and 50? Both should be at the same age, should be retired. Because woman is there, they conceive it and give the children, hence the beauty will be go away. That is the reason the 50 should be limited given. They said, no, it's a discriminatory. So Nargesh Mirza filed a case against Air India, let it be the 58 years, and won the case. 53rd question. According to the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the heart and soul of the Constitution is A, Article 19, B, Article 21, C, Article 226, D, Article 32. I don't think it's a tough
Article
question.
21. Sir,
Repeat.
D, Article 21.
It is a D,
D,
Article
Article
32.
21.
Article 32.
It is the answer. D is Article 32. Why? Why? I say why? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. Don't waste the time.
Supreme Court runs by Article 32.
I say answer why. WHAY. The answer is very clear. If anybody's fundamental rights are violated over there, one can directly approach to the Supreme Court of India under Article 32. But one can approach under Article 226 to the High Court. Is it clear?
Okay,
Say
sir.
yes. Is it clear?
It's clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you say Tandana Tana, otherwise I cannot go further.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
44th question. Madamus literally means A, to have a body, B, a command, C, to vacate, D, to forbid. Which one is the correct answer?
B command, sir.
The answer is B, a command. The answer is B, a command. Madamus. Okay. Now let us go to the 55th question. Anyone can unmute and read? Anyone can unmute and read?
Who was the temporary chairman of Constitute Assembly? A. Babu Rajendra Prasad, B. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, C. Dr. Sachinandan Sinha, D. Pandit Madan Mohan.
Shoot. And everybody knows that the drafting committee chairman is a B.R. Ambedkar, but here the temporary.
C, sir. Sachinandan Sinha.
Yes, you are right, Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. He is a Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. Nand Sinha, okay. 56th question. Indian Parliament consists of dash. A. President and two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. B. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. C. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and Prime Minister. D. Option. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and Speaker.
Option A, sir. President and two houses.
Answer is
Option A.
A. President and two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So legislature of the union, which is called the parliament, consists of the president and the two houses known as the council of state, Rajya Sabha, and the house of the people, Lok Sabha. Each house to meet within 6 months for its previous sitting. Supplementary question: when each house will meet, at least within 6 months it should have to meet. So that is a supplementary question. The 57th question is, which article of the Constitution of India safeguards one's right to marry the person of one's choice? Article 19, Article 21, C option, Article 25, D option, Article 29.
Article 19, sir. Option A.
Wrong. Article 19 say freedom of expression and speech and expression
20.
and other.
Okay.
Article 25, sir.
Freedom.
Repeat.
21, sir. Article.
Article 21. And Article 21, it's a different name also there, Pandora box. Article
Pandora
21
box.
is a Pandora box. Which is article is a Pandora box in the Constitution of India? 19,
Article
21,
21.
226, 32. Then you have to write the answer.
21.
21. It covers
Article
a lot of
21.
things. Right to life means right to dignity, right to good education, right to health, right to marry, right to live, right to move. All those things will come under it. So Article 21 of the Constitution, the right to marry a person one's choice is integrated to Article 21 of the Constitution. The Constitution guarantees the right to life. The right cannot be taken away except through a law which is substantially and procedurally fair, just and reasonable. 58th question. Yes, anyone can unmute and read?
The process of amendment of the Indian Constitution is taken from which of the following countries? Option A, Japan. Option B, Britain. Option C, South Africa. Option D, USA. The right answer is option C, South Africa.
It is a South Africa. The process of amendment of the Indian Constitution, it is borrowed from the following country, that is the South Africa. And can we read the feedback is the procedure of amending the Constitution has been adopted from the Constitution of South Africa. Things that we have adopted from the France constitutions are republic and ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Supplementary question we brought from the France in the preamble. Next, 59th question. Anyone can unmute and read?
Many people criticize that the Indian Constitution is a dash of borrowings or just paper and dash work. Option A, sack and cutter. Option B, bag and scissor. Option C, sachet and blade. Option D, bag and cutter. Don't know the answer, sir.
What is the suitable word for the two places? Is it sack and cutter, bag and scissor, sachet and blade, bag and cutter?
If I guess, I should say B, sir, bag and scissors.
It is the right answer is the B, bag, B-A-G, bag and scissor. See, and I wrote in the symbol form. What is the full form of it? Latin terminology. And I symbol I wrote it. Equivalent is and. What is the Latin terminology? If you know it, you tell me. If you don't know it, you say pass on. Say pass on.
Pass on, sir.
Ampersand. A-M-P-E-R-S-A-N-D. That is the Latin terminology. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Say yes.
Yes, sir.
60th question. It is true that it had borrowed some features but was drafted according to the dash. What is the exact sequence or correct sequence? A. Background perspective, geographical diversity, cultural and traditional characteristic of India. B. Historical perspective, geographical diversity, cultural and traditional characteristics of India. C. Historical perspective, geographical diversity, cultural and conventional characteristic of India. D. Historical perspective, geographical diversity, cultural and traditional characteristic of India. Which is the proper sequence where we have cut and paste or borrowed from the different countries, but depending upon that we modified it. What is the right sequence among the A, B, C, D?
Historical perspective. I guess B, sir.
BAG bag B?
Yes, sir. Historical perspective, geographical diversity, cultural and traditional characteristics of India.
B
There is
and
no
D are
perspective. D. Historical, the last one. DOG dog D. Historical perspective. Perspecty. Historical perspective. Geographical diversity. Cultural and traditional characteristic of India. That is the right sequence, and we follow it. Even though you borrowed from the different countries, but we followed the historical perspective, geographical diversity, cultural and traditional characteristic of India when you are implementing the other borrowed material from the other countries. Now, 61st question. List of borrowed feature of Indian Constitution country, that is countries in part A, and what is borrowed in part B. Number 1, Britain. Number 2, of course it is number 2, it is given in a different way. Number 2, United States of America. Number 3, Canada. Number 4, Russia. In the part B, A, centrifugal form of federalism where the center is stronger than the states. B, fundamental duties. C, single citizenship. D, the preamble of the Constitution. Now, answers here is A, 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. B 1C 2A 3B 4D, C 1C 2D 3A 4B, D 1B 1C 2C 3D 4A. Which is the correct sequence among the A, B, C, D?
Option B, sir.
Option
B.
DOG
B
dog?
for bag. BF bag. BAG bag.
Wrong. Second option,
D, sir.
say loudly.
D, sir. Sir, D.
DOG dog?
DOG down.
Yes, you are right. Britain, single citizenship. United States of America, the preamble of the Constitution. Canada, centrifugal form of federalism where the center is stronger than the states. Russia, earlier is the USSR, now Russia, fundamental duties. So the correct answer is not
A, sir.
E. C is the correct answer.
A.
C is the correct answer. CAT cat, not DOG dog. C is the correct answer. You check it. Is it clear?
A, sir. It has to be A.
Okay. 62. Government of India Act 1935. The present constitution is majorly taken from the
Government of
1935
India
Government
Act
India Act.
1935.
The Government of India Act contributed the following to the Constitution of India. What is the following? A. Federal scheme. B. Office of the Governor. C. Judiciary. D. Financial provisions. Which one is
Federal
not?
scheme.
Which one is not belong to it?
A, federal scheme.
One is not belong to it. One is odd man out. What is that odd man out?
Office of Governor. Financial provision.
Odd man out is emergency provisions. You should be there. But I wrote the financial provisions. So what is odd man out?
Financial provision.
Financial provisions.
Financial provision. That is a D. Okay, next 63. Anyone can unmute and read?
The following borrowed from France in the preamble. One is not among the four. Option A, the ideas of the public. Option B, the ideas of liberty. Option C, the ideals of equality. Option D, the ideal of justice, social, economic, and political.
Shoot. All three are borrowed, not one.
Okay.
Sir, D, the ideal of the justice, social, economic, and political.
It is not borrowed from the France.
Because here public liberty and equality three are same, no, sir. This is the different, I believe. The
Which is
justice,
odd man
social, and
out.
economic, and political.
Which is the odd man out means B, C, D very much relevant to the from the France in the preamble. But the A, the ideals of public, it is not a public, the ideals of republic. It is not the ideals of the public, it is the ideals of the
Liberty, equality, social, economic, and justice.
Republic.
republic is the
Republic.
which is odd man out there. Okay, 64th question. Constitution of India. Major features. One is not among them. Which is not among them? Read option, read. Read the options.
Option A, lengthiest written constitution. Option B, drawn from various sources. Option C, blend of rigidity and flexibility. Option D, federal system and unilateral bias. Is
Which is
not
odd man
among them.
out.
D, sir, I think D.
Why the D? Give me the reason.
Federal system. Indian constitution is not form of federal system, sir. It's
No.
unilateral.
It is both their federal system with unitary bias.
Okay.
But what I wrote?
Federal system with unitary bias.
Unilateral
Okay.
bias.
Yeah.
But what it should be?
Unitary.
Yes. So which is odd man out?
D. Option D.
Option D is the odd man out. Yes, anyone can unmute and read 65th question.
Constitution of India, major features. One is odd man out. Option A, parliamentary form of government. Option B, synthesis of parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. Option C, rule of law. Option D, integrated and dependent judiciary.
Shoot. Which is
D,
the
sir,
odd man out?
integrated and D, sir, integrated and dependent judiciary.
Why? Answer. Give me the answer.
It is not. It is not dependent, sir. Independent.
Yes, it is not dependent. It is a independent judiciary. Hence, odd man out is D.
Option D.
Yes. Now, let us see the match the following part A and source in part B. Number 1, basic structure. Number 2, fundamental rights. Number 3, directive principles. Number 4, cabinet form of government. In the right hand side, part B. A, American Constitution. B, Government of India Act 1935. C, British Constitution. D, Irish Constitution. Now, which one is the right way? 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. B, 1C, 2B, 3D, 4A. C, 1B, 2A, 3D, 4C. D, 1C, 2D, 3B, 4A. The left hand side is borrowed from the right hand side. So answer is CAT cat C 1B 2A 3D 4C. See here. Basic structure Government of India Act 1935. Fundamental rights American Constitution. Directive principles Irish Constitution. Cabinet form of government British Constitution. Check it. So that is the C. IB 2A 3D 4C is the right answer. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Of course, in the feedback I have given for the Government of India, the features, basic structure is federal schemes, judiciary, governors, emergency powers, public service commission, administrative details. These are all come on the Government of India Act 1937. There is the basic structure. Yes, anyone can unmute and read 67th question.
The Indian Constitution has opted for the parliamentary form of government. The key characteristics of the parliamentary form of government are: one among them is not correct or false. Option A, executives are members of the legislature. Option B, collective responsibility to the legislature of the Council of Ministers. Option C, rule of the minority party, rule of the minority party. Option C. Option D, prime ministers or chief ministers leadership in the state. So it should be option A, sir.
Wrong. I say one among them is not correct.
Not correct. Okay.
That means false. You read it very nicely.
C, sir. C, sir. Rule of minority party.
You wrote correctly. Rule of the majority party you wrote. But later on that you
Yes,
corrected yourself and say the rule of the minority party. The rule never would be the minority party. The rule is only with majority party. So what is
Yes.
the odd man out?
Option C.
Option
Rule
C
of
is
minority
the
party.
rule of the minority party is odd man out, but the right answer is rule of majority party. Yes. 66th question. It is the duty of all levels of the court in India to enforce both in central and the state laws, unlike in the US, where federal courts adjudicate on federal matters and the state courts on state matters. Not only is the judiciary system well fully integrated in India, but because of the following provisions, it is also independent. Which among them is one is wrong? A. Recruitment of judges of Supreme Court and High Courts by the collegium system. B. Removal of the judges in Parliament through an impeachment procedure that is very difficult to pass. C. Supreme Court judges' salaries, pensions, and allowances are charged in India's consolidated fund. And the D. Power to punish the self for self disregard. So among the four, which one is the wrong answer? The three are right answers.
I think, sir, A is the wrong answer, sir.
Why?
Because Supreme Court and High Court judges are appointed by the president.
No, collegium will suggest it. Collegium
Okay.
will suggest is, then final say is president.
Okay.
But anyway, you are right in the you are answering, but you did not say why A is the odd man out. Because A
So
is
good.
the answer odd man out here, wrong, because judges are not recruited, they are appointed.
Okay, sir.
Appointment of judges of Supreme Court and High Court by collegium system. They are not recruited, they are appointed. Is it
Okay,
clear?
sir. Got
And
it, sir.
we don't say president consent, no. President assent we will say. Because president
Okay,
is
sir.
a big man.
Yes,
A
sir.
big man will not be recruited, he will be appointed. And hence,
Authority is there, sir.
yes, authority is there. Karibu. The 69th question. In part 4 of the Constitution, the directive principle of the state policy, DPSPS, aim to make the India a welfare state and therefore calls the directive principles as the Indian Constitution novel's feature. Number N, Nani Palkiwala, B, Soli Sorabji, and D, C, H.R. Khanna, D, B.R. Ambedkar. And who are the?
B.R. Ambedkar.
Yes.
B.R. Ambedkar, sir.
Yes, the answer is
D.
you're right. Neither Nari Palkiwala, neither Soli Sorabji, nor H.R. Khanna, it is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, now next one is, let me scroll down. Oh, it's not, why it is not listening my pro. When you say scroll down, you should scroll down. Oh, Imisha means end. Ending. I say why it is not scrolling down. I was in the impression. So today, very early that we found it, but the questions we made it a bit tough also. And let us see, because generally you keep in the mind, borrowed things definitely they will ask. Borrowed, you know what is meant by borrowed things?
Copied.
Yes, for the Indian Constitution. So Indian Constitution borrow many things from the many countries. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
So broader future of Indian Constitution, the Indian polity is concerned, that is a very much important factor, because at least one or two questions or three questions may be asked from here. And it is important in all aspects. See, here I have shown sources of borrowed features. Could you read?
Yes, sir. Features borrowed. Federal scheme, Office of the Governor, Judiciary, Public Service Commission, emergency provisions, administrative details,
So these are the
and
1,
from
2, 3, 4, 5. Borrowed from?
Government of India Act 1935.
So federal scheme. Oh, why this has come? Just a minute, because these advertisements, no. I don't know where it is gone. Not submit. They make the advertisement, they want to say submit your paper or submit your things. They will ask us. Okay, that's why again reopened. Yes, Government of India Act 1935 is the federal schemes, Office of the Governor, Judiciary, Public Service Commission, emergency provisions, and administrative details. They borrowed from the Government of India Act of 1935. Now, British Constitution, read.
Yeah, borrowed from British Constitution. Parliamentary form of government, rule of law, legislative procedure, single citizenship, cabinet system,
See, this fellow, okay, I removed it.
prerogative threats, bicameralism.
Yes, can you tell me what is the parliamentary form of government?
Means members are elected by the citizens of India.
Okay,
It has
very
got
good.
2 houses along with the president.
No,
And acts, bills are
president is different. We don't elect the president directly. It is the members
yes, but it
only
is a part
make
of
it such a thing.
yes.
And the rule of law,
And rule of law means if something goes bad, the rule of law is applicable to the wrongdoers to give the justice to the aggrieved party.
all will equal before the law. No one can
Yeah,
be
all are
above,
equal.
no one can be below. The rule of law will prevail. If a poor man also will be entitled to visit the temple or, or church or masjid for the prayer. Even a rich man also will be allowed to enter into the masjid, into the church, into the temple. That is the rule of law.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know what is the single citizenship?
Yeah, a citizen cannot hold multiple citizenships.
But
Indian cannot hold. Yeah,
yeah, you know,
and
many countries are there. There is a double passport, double citizenship is there. For instance,
yeah,
you
at
take
state level.
Egypt.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Bangladesh also allows it, I believe. Egypt is there. So I do have one friend, Egyptian, and he's having the Egyptian passport, and because he is settled in the Minnesota, and he is having the Minnesota passport. I mean,
Okay,
USA
sir.
passport. So double
Yes.
citizenship is there. But Tanzania is going to make the double citizenship. I don't know when they make it out. In the double citizenship, because many of the Tanzanians are hailed from the India, very long back, and they settled here.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And that's why they will demanding you the double citizenship. Because when they go to India, they need not to take the visa. When they come to Tanzania, they need not to take the visa. But when I
Okay,
come to
sir.
the Tanzania, I have to take the visa. Of course, the visa procedure is very easy here. If you have the to and fro ticket, the government policy is very good policy here, foreign policies. They say if you have the to and fro ticket, you can get the visa on arrival. Just pay $50 and you can stay here in the three months. Suppose we want
Yes,
to do
sir.
business, something here, to pay the $250 and they will issue the business visa. It will be valid for the 3 months. It's a
Yes,
good
sir.
policy, foreign policy, because Tanzania is a tourist country. Many tourists will come here, many tourists. And you will get 14 countries currency here. Exchange. You need not to go to the bank. There is a pawn shop is there, no? that they do have
Yes,
the
sir.
bureaus here, exchange bureaus, run by the private, of course, with the license of the government. Okay, that is the cabinet system. Yes, cabinet minister there, state ministers are there. What is meant the prerogative writs? Prerogative writs. What it means by?
Mhm.
Anyone? What did you understand by prerogative writs?
Predefined rate, sir.
My goodness, you don't know.
Already defined rates.
No.
Okay.
Prerogative writs means there are 5 writs are there. Like one of the example you have given, command. What is that command writ?
Mandamus. Writ of mandamus.
Mandamus. So how many writs are there?
5.
Why do you say prerogative writs means you need not to file a case in the lower court. Directly you can approach to the High Court or Supreme Court. That is a prerogative writs. Habeas corpus, let the body would be present. Mandamus, by command. Certiorari. What is meant by certiorari?
To certify.
And what is by quaranto?
Co-warrantor. Okay,
What
sir.
authority that you are staying or you are continuing over there?
Yes, sir.
Prohibition, and you know it will be prohibited from doing particular things. So 5 writs are there, and you study the writs in the Constitution. You study the writs in administrative law.
Yes, sir.
What is meant by bicameral? I think I discussed
2
yesterday.
houses.
Yeah,
2 houses, sir.
2 houses is. Minto Marley reforms it there. Minto Marley. At the time, the bicameral has first time introduced. So, U.S. Constitution. What are the things are the U.S. Constitution taken? Read.
Fundamental rights. Independent judiciary and judicial review. Impeachment of the president. Removal of Supreme Court and High Court judges. Post of Vice President.
See, there is a probability that to my hunch, they may ask post of the Vice President taken from where? It is from the U.S. Constitution. But everybody knows the fundamental rights. And most of the people also know the independent judiciary. Because most of the people will commit, they say UK or Britain. And impeachment of the president also taken from the US Constitution. So just we have to remember it, and then only we can able to do it. Irish Constitution is, what are they?
Directive principles of state policy.
Good.
Nomination of Rajya Sabha members. Method of election of the president.
It's good, very good. So, and in directive principle of state policy in our constitution, in which part of the constitution? Part.
4th part, sir. Part 4, sir.
Very good, very good. Nomination of the Rajya Sabha members. This nomination done by president or chief minister or governor?
Sorry, sir. Which one's
Nomination.
nomination of right? President, sir.
Rajya Sabha member, I think, is it the recommendation by the chief minister they will make it out or president make it out? But anyway, nomination is
President only
different. Nominated. Nominated is different. No appointment. Nominated is MLC. Oh, method of election of the president. Of course, we don't have the election of the president, but not directly from the franchise by the citizen of India, but by the members of both the houses. And I'm sure that
And
the
MLA.
state also will take part in the election of the president. If you're not to be mistaken.
Yes, sir.
Canadian
Yes,
Constitution.
sir.
Read.
Yep. Canadian Constitution. Federation with a strong center. Vesting of residuary powers with the center. Appointment of state governors by the center. advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court?
Yeah, because generally they will ask this question: who will be appointed as the state governor by the center? And to my knowledge, the governor would be appointed by the president. Is it or not?
Yes, sir, by President. Yes, sir, appointed by the President.
Yes. Then let us see the Canadian federal with a strong center. Federalism is there. Of course, union. Federalism means union. Vesting the residuary powers with the center. Yeah. If nothing would be wrong, come under the state, it goes to the center. The appointment of the state governs by the center. Yes, the center is having the powerful in the appointment of the. So that is the reason with the center is say about BJP and a governor also be. Governor also be
A BJP person.
BJP. Because naturally they would like to give their own candidates who are there. Australian Constitution. Yes, concurrent list. Oh, this I did not know. Concurrent list from the Australian Constitution. And freedom of trade, commerce and intercourse, joint sitting of the upper and lower houses. Okay, they may ask the joint sitting of the upper and lower houses taken from the which constitution. And the concurrent list also an important factor. So they are taken from the Australian Constitution. And the Weimar Constitution of Germany. Germany, they have taken suspension of the fundamental rights during the emergency. Because Hitler will suspend many things. So that's why the suspension come from the Germany. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You know what is Holocaust?
Holocaust. In what sense?
Holocaust.
Means
Holocaust or Holocaust?
slaughter, sir. Slaughter, mass scale, destruction.
See, millions of the Jews were slaughtered by the Hitler because they know that Jews are very wise people and they will become a threat to him. But still after the slaughter also, even Jews are dominating in the nation. Or not nation, in the world also. Because it is in their DNA is there. Jews. And a Jew, every Jew is an entrepreneur. Every Jew, he knows how to make 1 rupee to 10 rupees. That skill they have learned it. And economically sound also. From the USSR, fundamental duties and ideal of justice. Which is the country in the world where the full of Jews are there?
Israel, sir.
See, if you happen to see the world map, Israel is surrounded by all the Muslim countries. But still,
Yes, sir.
it is dominating and it will not fear of any country. Do you know what is the reason?
Because they are powerful businessmen.
Number one, financial
Yeah.
level. Number two,
Yeah.
every citizen of the Jew, when they are graduated, they will not get the degree. They have to go for the 3 years rigorous training in the military. And
Okay.
hence, every woman, every man knows shooting and rules of the war. That's why every person is a strong man. See, if a person is say about 1 dan or 2 dan or black belt or red belt, generally he is more powerful in his aim and he is more powerful in his act because he knows how to defend himself. So that is the reason. So here in India, there is no such a thing would be there. But in other countries, say Ethiopia, yes, they do go for the Sava. They will say Sava. S-A-V-W-A, Sava. And Ethiopia, yes, they are supposed to go to Sava for the training. And that is after the graduation, after the Intermediate. Of course, they should cross more than 18 years. Conscription, say, you will, in English you will say conscription. CONSCRIPTOAN. CONSCRIPTION. Conscription. That is a must for the everyone. Otherwise, they are not going to get their degree or the employment. It is like apprenticeship. Suppose if you have done the technical thing, you have to go for the apprenticeship. So it is also one of the apprenticeship that every citizen, irrespective of the sex, they should have to supposed to go in conscription, which is a compulsory. Okay, now let us see the French Constitution. A republic, taken from the French Constitution, the ideals of the liberty, equality, and fraternity. So this is taken, which is there in the preamble, taken from the French Constitution. Okay, next. The last one is
South African Constitution.
what is taken
Procedure
from
for
there?
the amendment. Yeah, procedure for the amendment of the Constitution. Election of the members of the upper house, Rajya Sabha.
What do you say Rajya Sabha in English?
Council of people.
Yeah. So, procedure for the amendment of the Constitution. See, when you say the amendment, and we discussed yesterday, what is the case law? You can amend
Keshavandi Bharat.
anything, but not the basic structure.
Yeah, Keshavandi Bharati.
Can you tell me the full name of the
Burglary, sir.
Keshavananda Bharati? Yesterday we did. Very lengthy name, Keshavananda Bharati. Whatever law, total.
Keshavananda Bharati was Kerala.
So Keshavananda Bharati case law, it is a basic structure case law. It is a fundamental rights case law. It is said preamble is the part of the Constitution. And the highest bench constituted in the Constitution is only the Keshavananda Bharati.
13 judges, sir.
13 judges, 11 are assenting, I think, no, 4 are dissenting. 4 are dissenting. Now the Chief Justice at the time is Sikri. And we discussed yesterday why we Chandrachud from the dissenting judgment. I don't know how many years he is having. See, 1973 case law, he was the dissenting judge, but still he is a judge. Are you following me?
Okay, don't know, sir, about this.
I don't know what is the tenure would be there. Huh? Okay, because he is from Bombay, Maharashtra. So these are the things one should have to keep in mind because the probability is there more. We can expect the questions from this one. And you have a lot of questions would be there like MCQ. Which one of the following is not a salient feature of the Constitution of India? Yes, a written constitution and the supremacy of the constitution, quasi-federal structure, committed judiciary, distribution of power.
Option B, sir, quasi-federal system.
No, committed judiciary, answer. Here answer is given already.
Okay.
The answer is given already here.
It's
Because
not
I
okay.
actually have to hide it.
Okay.
I actually
Yeah,
have
it's
to hide
not
it.
a salient feature.
Okay. Now let us see the another question. Can you read the other question?
Freedom
Yeah.
of trade, commerce, and intercourse is borrowed from
Irish
Canadian
Constitution,
Constitution, sir.
Australian Constitution, Canadian Constitution, South African Constitution.
Canadian Constitution, sir.
It is the answer is B, Australian Constitution.
Freedom, trade.
That is the freedom of trade, commerce, and intercourse borrowed from the Australian Constitution. So this is a test we can make it out to see how it can be made. And now let us go to the point because this we already read and Flexibility is there. Yes, now the question is comes, can it be really called a borrowed constitution? Answering this criticism in the Constitutional Assembly, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said that one likes to ask whether there can be anything new in the Constitution framed at this hour in the history of the world. Of course, whenever a person wants to follow it, they will read, they will see the other country's constitution and they will pick out which is the best suits to the India. So that also they will check it before they can make it out. So with this, I believe that now time is anyway, the Cisco WebEx is very kind enough for the PGLCET people. Otherwise, the time is already up and still it is not closed. That means I believe that they are extended time because it is not a pandemic now. Because when there is a pandemic, of course, earlier I used to teach 2 hours a class. At a stretch, sometimes 2.5 hours. At a stretch. But later on, because of the pandemic, they say everybody is using the Cisco WebEx, and that's where they are rationalized. Now they made the ceiling only 50 minutes time is free. Again, if you want to, again you can log in. And with this, I would like to wind up today's. And what about the tomorrow class? What is the tomorrow class? Anyone? I said, anyone, what about the tomorrow class? Sir, we don't know, sir. See, only 2 days for the constitution, and next class is jurisprudence. Next class is 2 days jurisprudence because it consisting of the 20 marks. Did you see the screen? Did you see the screen? I think time is up. Is it?
Yes, sir.
No, time is not up. Still it is recording.
Visible, sir.
Can you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So jurisprudence 20 marks question is there. So tomorrow and after tomorrow, jurisprudence I will deal it. The timings are the same till the 10th July. That is the 6:10 to 7 India time. But Tanzania time is 3:40 to 4:30. So with this, I would like to please read the jurisprudence and come to the class. Let me make the participatory class. I requested you to take the that is snapshot, screenshot, and send to me either individually or in group, doesn't matter. So with this, I would like to stop sharing. Have a good day. Bye. See you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे
भारत भाग्य विधाता
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा
द्राविड उत्कल बंगा
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
उच्छल जलधि तरंग
तव शुभ नाम जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा
जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे
भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
जय हिंद। सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा।